Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Sharmit. In this session, we will discuss about a process where we can utilize both Colspan as well as Rowspan in HTML tables. As I mentioned earlier also, like these tables concepts are very important. You should know when to use Rowspan, when to use Colspan, because in your project there might be various scenario where we are supposed to utilize Rowspan, Colspan in order to merge rows and column. So in previous session we have already discussed what is row span in a separate session, what is column span in a separate session. But in this part we are going to utilize both of them together because some of the developer might face issues while implementing both the things together. So that's why it is always recommended to practice both column span and row span in the same example so that you can easily identify, okay, what is the how we will identify where to use row span, how we will identify where to use call span. So we are going to discuss this thing in today's session. And if you have not watched the previously published session, then I request you to please go and check out the previously published sessions first. Because if you follow the sequence, because entire playlist is in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow this, if you follow the playlist in a sequential manner, then it would be really very easy for you to understand the ongoing concepts. Okay. So I think now we are good to start with the practical example. So here you can see so far we have just noted down the basic HTML part of the program with one heading where HTML by Sharmit is written. Now what we will do, we will save it quickly and refresh the web browser. After a refresh you can see it is just showing the heading and which was expected, right? HTML by Sharmit. Okay, so let's add a table because we are going to talk about row span and column span. So we for sure we need a table, otherwise we are not supposed to use it. Okay, so let's go and create the basic table. So I'll simply write here table, enter, then we will write t head for the header. So after header we will write what we can say the th for the table head, and here we will mention for example first name. Okay, so first name, or maybe we can use anything else uh, what we can think of right now. For example, yeah, let's go with the first name itself. Okay, so we will write here first name, then we will copy the th again to make second column. Here we will make it as last name. It is up to you like what all column you want to decide, but for now I'm just using these two, first name, last name. Then we will use the third thing, which is department, I would say department. Okay, fine. All right, so we have just mentioned the instead of department, let's go with a result. Okay, so we will make it as a result. Now let's save it and refresh it to see the output. Just refresh your browser, so you can see first name, last name, result is ready. Okay, so let's add other rows. So for that we will use t body, and here we will write the first row. So for first row we'll use tr, after that we will use td, and inside this td we will write the first name, for example tech1. Okay, tech1. Then we will copy this part and paste it here. Here we will write Sharmit1. Okay, and in result let's go and paste it again and write it as pass. Alright, so we have just noted down this thing. Just save it, go to your browser, refresh the browser, and you can see it is coming like this. Now what we will do, we will simply copy this tr part in order to add other rows as well. As I always recommend, like whenever you are creating tables, make sure to use 2-3 fields for practice purpose. Always prefer to go with at least 3 to 5 records so that you can clear all the things in a easier way. Okay, fine. So let's add the second record, tech2, tech Sharmit 2, and pass. Similarly, we will paste another one which is tech3, Sharmit 3, and pass again. Okay, so let's save it and see how it is looking like. Okay, fine. Now we have added 3 records. Now suppose for the third record we don't want to write Sharmit 3 here. Let me remove this TD then. Instead of that, I want to show both thing as a as same, like first name and last name same as tech 3. Okay, so in that case, how we can utilize the call span? Even like you can see, once I remove that part, it automatically it is all automatically considering pass as a for last name, not as a result. So this is wrong, right? So in such situation, how we will decide like how to write column span, and if we write column span, what will happen? So if you want to span these two columns, which is first name and last name, what you can do, you can simply go to tag 3 part, and here you can write call span 2 and save it and refresh it. So after the refresh, you can see it is automatically moved to the desired position. Okay, so don't get confused in such situation. If your column value is misplaced, just put your data in a proper way, then understand your requirement, and after that only you can utilize this row span or a column span. Okay, fine. So we have added this. Now add few more records to it. So I'll just copy the this part only, and then we will write here enter, and this time we will go with a tech 3 tech 3 and 3. Here we will put the result as fail. I think 4, it should be 4, right? 4. Okay, let's go with a 4. Add another table and record tr table row, not record, table row. Copy, paste it, save it, and it should be 5. So we have added 5 record. I think now it is okay, like we can understand all the concepts now. So save it and refresh it. So after a refresh, you can see it is coming like this. Now what we wanted to do, first thing we wanted to do is we want to merge tech 3 rows, tech 3 columns for first name and last name. But before that, let's go and add border to show it properly. Okay, so here I'll write border and 5px. Okay, save it, refresh it. So now you can see tag 3 is already merged, and that's why border is important, because previously it was not merged, but now after adding a border you can see it is merged. It was merged that time also, but it was not properly visible because of the rows. Now what we wanted to do, we want like one thing we have added, which is this. Even if you want to do align, you can align this part also. So let me go to the td for this, and here we will write align. Okay, align center, save it and refresh it. So you can see it is coming like this. Fine. Now we wanted to merge these two rows because these are two failure status, right? So for both failure status, we will write, we will merge it. Okay, so let's go to this, remove this part because we need only one, and for this one we will write here row span to save it and refresh it. Okay, so it is coming like this. Likewise, if you want to merge the above 3 rows, yes, we can merge. You just need to remove it. Why I'm removing it? Because I wanted to show you first. Like you can see, sometime it will happen like you are supposed, sometime you will be provided with some task for a project where you have to work with existing table. Listen, we can create the table by our own from scratch, we can do, but in case of what we can say, in case of existing table, like if table is already there, then in that case how to do modification, this thing we are going to discuss now. Okay, so suppose we have this table provided by client for the task, and now they are asking you to merge these three things. Okay, these three row. So we can simply remove the unnecessary part first, and then simply go to this first. Okay, so for first, let's remove the second also. Yeah, refresh it. So you can see now it is coming like this. So let's merge the first part. So in pass, we will write here call span. Do we use call span here? No, because we are going to merge rows, not the column. So this is the thing that we need to take care here. Okay, so always make sure that you are using proper attribute, otherwise the things will get changed. Okay, drastically. So let's save it and refresh it. So now you can see it is coming like this. Even if you want to align this as well, you can go with align and center. Save it and refresh. So now you can see the table is looking fine. Even for failed status, let's go and merge, align this. Okay, save it and refresh it. Something is wrong. Yes, we have not provided any value to it. So firstly we are supposed to provide center here, save it and refresh it. So you can see it is coming like this. Okay, so yeah, I hope this session is clear to all of you, and please do practice of row span and call span. As I mentioned, like you can use one assignment, you can do one assignment, and once you are done with it you can share it in the comment section, so that if I can share it further for other member as well. Okay, so yeah, that's all for today. In the next session we will discuss few more things, so thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.